Inate's robotic process orchestration platform enables seamless, SLA-driven work handoffs between human or digital workers. It combines lightweight BPM and workflow capabilities to bind together all human team members or automation technologies into one framework. Enate enables an increase in efficiency, ensures reduced TAT, and improves governance across the end-to-end customer lifecycle. In this demo, we take you through a simplified freight audit process. Before we begin the demo, let's understand the need for automation and orchestration in the freight audit process. On average, organizations pay 7% to 10% more in freight expenses than they should, due to billing errors caused primarily due to human oversight. With an automated ecosystem, the overall accuracy of approving and certifying the correctness of spend increases exponentially. Also, enabling smooth work handoffs between humans and bot technologies like RPA in freight audit automation workflows is a challenge without effective process orchestration. Here's where Inate's robotic process orchestration technology steps in to ensure effective human-bot collaboration to further end-to-end process automation in freight audit. It can facilitate operational efficiencies across the freight audit lifecycle, be it detection of duplicate invoices, invoice errors, and checking on volume discounts. Let's understand how Enate facilitates operational efficiencies in freight audit through this sample demo which checks volume discounts, where a request comes through an email. In this demo, we have three actors. Andy is a processor and a team manager. Jim, a human team member. The digital worker in the team is Alpha, a UiPath bot. Digital workers work alongside Andy and his team to deliver various tasks along the end-to-end service cycle. The orange blocks in the diagram are what we call steps. Steps are logical groupings of different types of activities or tasks in the process. Under each step, we have various tasks that are performed by multiple agents. Digital workers in the process can be interchanged with other bots. For example, RPA bots, such as Softomotive, Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Uno, and other vendors. They can be swapped or mixed for the best business outcomes. You can also plug and play multiple OCR, artificial intelligence, and machine learning bots at different points in the process to deliver end-to-end process automation while controlling and managing it all centrally. Let us log in as Andy, who is a team manager. On the top right-hand side, Andy can see all the team members working with him. Each team member has a donut next to them, which indicates the number of work items that an individual is working on at that point in real time. On the bottom right corner of the screen are unassigned work items across different queues that have not yet been picked up by any resource for processing. On the left-hand side, we can see the bot members of Andy's team. Andy, as an operations manager, can select any bot just like a human team member and see what each of them is working on in real time. He can see what tasks are in the bot queue, when each task is likely to finish, how SLAs are looking, and their prioritization order. Managers can choose to change prioritization or pull things back into the human world for processing. Currently, there are 7 items of work remaining, after which the bot team will be idle. This helps Andy to plan work and think about what else to automate with his spare capacity. Enate is bot agnostic, and multiple bot farms can report to Andy. In this example, there is only a UiPath bot farm. Enate is themed across green, amber, and red across the work area. Green indicates work items due in the future, amber indicates due today, and red is where currently work is running behind SLAs and is overdue. The bars represent the total number of work items in different queues. Andy and his team are responsible for delivering the line items in the left bottom grid. Each line item represents a piece of work, and the RAG status reflects on their due dates in the grid. How work comes into this grid is through various input channels, like emails, forms exposed on the web, chatbots, or from any upstream business system. When Enate receives work through any of these channels, it picks it up and brings it in as a standardized, structured piece of work with a due date against it. In Enate, you can configure due dates by simple business rules, and where possible, Enate can auto-categorize work and allocate it to the right team automatically. Enate thus gives you a standardized view of work to be delivered across your business. Andy moves to his inbox to work for the day and hits on the pull from the queue button to get work. Enate assigns the next most business-critical piece of work into Andy's inbox. Andy now sees the piece of work that is running for the GoPlex Limited for the India geography. He can see all essential data, such as due date, time spent, all the incoming and outgoing emails, and all relevant process data for this work item. The first activity is collect invoices, which is a manual action, where a human collects and categorizes the invoices from an incoming email from the customer. RPA bots can also perform this activity on Enate. Here, Andy verifies everything is in order and advances the case for processing. With this, the first task is complete, and the second task, invoice assessment, is now launched and available for processing by UiPathBot. Enate allows the robot agent to validate the necessary details from received invoices against contract terms and purchase orders, and then the extracted data is uploaded into the Files section down below. Here, Bot Alpha validates the data and marks this activity as complete. The next task, Volume Discount Checks, is launched, where a UiPathBot, Alpha, now picks it up for processing. Bot goes through the work item and confirms details with the attached documents from the File section. You can see that UiPathBot Alpha is busy integrated while processing. After performing volume discount checks through contract terms and purchase orders attached, Alpha detects that the carrier did not give the volume discount as per the contract terms. It updates the details to Jim for further processing. Here in the task list, Volume Discount Checks activity is now completed. The next activity is Discount Review, where a human must provide a renegotiation with the carrier and updates the invoice amount. Jim logs in as the processor and analyzes the request, fills in required data points and checklists for the work item, and completes the task. And the last activity, Send Invoice Reports, is now launched, which is a send mail activity. Enate sends out the pre-configured email to the carrier about the status and attaching reports. With this, we have now completed all the activities in the process. The Communication tab highlights all the inbound and outbound communication exchanged during the processing of this request with external and internal stakeholders. The Timeline tab shows the complete history of the end-to-end process. It includes when the piece of work came in, whom all worked on it, what communications were exchanged, handling time for each task, changes that were made, and provides all the data necessary for audit and compliance reviews. It also feeds into the productivity and utilization metrics for the business to understand and drive operational excellence across the service. Queues are competencies, or skill groups. They connect resources to work buckets. In this view, there are 4 queues. There's an invoice and data collation queue, a volume discount analysis queue, and so on. Work items from multiple processes can be delivered into a queue. Andy and Jim can be added to multiple other queues, and team owners can move resources around as needed depending on workload. When a resource is available for work, Enate checks across all the queues they are authorized to work from and gives them the next piece of work that's most critical from an SLA perspective across all the queues they are a part of. Reports in Enate are configurable depending on business needs. Broadly, we have 4 groups. Day-to-day operational reports are a real-time view of your business. These cover items such as workload volumetric, timeliness, trends, turnaround time, and actual handling time. Utilization and productivity reports cover team, process, and individual productivity and utilization metrics. Automation potential reports are reports which guide what automation technologies to invest in, suggested tasks to automate next, and possible savings by doing so. Finally, bespoke or custom reports are ones that are specific to your business context. These can be configured on Enate's environment by business analysts as needed. Enate's robotic process orchestration drives process excellence through clear visibility, governance, and control across your operations.